All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Akakwadash.
Dash.
Double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us this truth. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, the Akim and the Akwaf scattered around the four corners of the planet Earth that have returned to the obedience of the scriptures, all right, who are Israelites, no matter how they may look, all right, the Israelite foreigners, all right, aka us, all right, the Israelites, all right, who, are here in Babylon the Great and all over the planet Earth, all right, that grew up, thinking they were black, all right, or thinking they were whatever proverb and byword, that we were called, all right. Ultimately, we have been, awakened, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, all right, and we're being gathered, all right, and why is the question? Why are we being gathered? What is the point really of this whole thing? And the answer to that question is ultimately um, deliverance. The Lord promised, the Lord foretold, via the Holy Scriptures that a remnant would return, all right, and that a remnant would be, delivered, all right. That is a part of the gospel. That is a part of the new song, all right. We ain't out here just doing this for nothing, all right. The whole goal of this thing, all right, is to be delivered, all right, and saved by who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, all right, who we know as Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, all right. So in this lesson, we're gonna just break down Micah chapter 2, verse 12 and verse 13. We're gonna get into that. You got a precept or anything?
Have a precept on going into what you were saying in the prologue of the lesson. I wanted to bring out this Isaiah 52 and 1. It says, "Awake, awake." It says, "Put on thy strength, O Zion." It says, "Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean."
Mm-hmm.
All right, because how about Shaq's making a statement right there. Okay, for one, he's telling his people to awake and to arise out of their sleep. Okay, as the mindset that they have on in the society. Okay, they're beaten down mentally, physically, and emotionally. Right, every day. Called to be a slave, but Israel, is he a homeborn slave? No. He's the prince of living power. All right, and it goes to say, as you're going to read in that Micah, how Bashim Shai is giving deliverance to his people in these times.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring this out because I entitled the lesson an excerpt from 2 Ezra 16 and 74.
Oh, come.
Right. It says, I'm gonna read it. It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same."
I will deliver you from the same. So how about Shemaiah Shai getting ready to remove the elect from all the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
All the bullshit is about it should be falling away in your lives. On this side, because you came into the truth, you put away the world.
Yep, Micah 2 and 10. In order for us to be delivered, we have to make ourselves, available. We have to depart from this place, mentally, spiritually, all right, psychologically. Now, we have to preach. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to teach. So we do have to still, be in tune with things that are going on the planet Earth. All right, be on our watch. As the Lord called us. But ultimately, at the end of the day, man, we are dead set on getting the hell out of here.
Man.
If you still, you still got a backup plan, right? You gotta, you still banking on, your 401k or whatever the hell you think you got going on, man. You sadly mistaken.
Man, hey, if you're how about you man shot in the forefront of your mind to deliver you out of this, it wasn't meant for you anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But Bible shot, you got it.
Yeah, we can go ahead and hop into this Micah 2 and 12. All right, we're gonna break this down. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 12. All right, and just for some context, all right, the prophet Micah, right, who was born in Judah.
Yeah.
All right, he was essentially prophesying to the southern kingdom during around the time that the Assyrians, all right, were ascending, all right, were dominating, the region, and specifically the northern kingdom, right, who was going the hell off, all right, during that time, all right, and the Lord was breaking them down, and you can read about that in the 2 Kings, the 17th chapter, where it goes into basically their exile. All right, but the Lord didn't allow the southern kingdom to be exiled by the Assyrians. All right, they were ultimately taken down by the Babylonians, underneath Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
All right, but this Micah still foretold of that. He warned of that due to particular things that were happening in the southern kingdom. When you go into the history. But this is Micah chapter 2 and verse 12. All right, future prophecy. It says, "I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee." All right, "I will surely gather the remnant of Israel." All right, and right there, we can make a note. All right, because it says, "I will gather, I will assemble all of thee, O Jacob," meaning what? Meaning all 12 tribes. The scriptures talk about how Ephraim and Judah
shall be oppressed together.
Right. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
And how Ephraim shall not vex Judah, and
Yep, I was gonna pull that too.
Because how about try it to get some acting right. If he's gonna do all the heavy lifting,
Yep, I'm gonna read this real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter. No, it's in Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 18. It says, "In those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I have given them for inheritance unto your fathers." And that's speaking about the entirety of the nation. All right, all 12 tribes. This thing ain't just the southern kingdom, right? Judah. Because again, when you go into the history of the house of David, David united, the entirety of the nation. That's part of what made his reign so special. Him and King Solomon. The United Kingdom. The same way that the U.S. I had a so-called civil war, right, and was split. All right, that's not a new thing. All right, that was something that we experienced as well as a nation. But the Lord is reversing that. All right, with His word going out, the Lord is assembling all 12 tribes.
Get that precept that talks about how He's going to bring us all together on one stick.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll get that. You can speak on it. This is that was in Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 16. And it reads, it says, "Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions." And if I may, that's why you have, brothers. First of all, that's why this ain't a black thing.
Nope, I know.
All right, this ain't a black thing. That's a fable. That's a myth. All right, and really,
that's something that's something that Esau
exactly
wants you to think.
Right.
Okay, that all so-called black, because we're not black, we're really copper colored. All right, copper colored individuals are going against another set of copper colored individuals. All right, because in the Latino or the Issachar and the other 10 tribes, all right, a darker hue is cultivated in those tribes. So they can have black kids too.
Yeah.
All right. Just to say, we all were made to mess with each other. You know,
birds of a feather flock together, man. That's why you got Northern Kingdom emulating Southern Kingdom. That's why you got in the inner city, you got what? You got niggas and you got Mexicans, so-called Mexicans and niggas, man.
Niggas and spiggers.
Doing the same goddamn thing, man. You know? But like the brother said, the scriptures talk about in, was that Jeremiah 12 or Jeremiah 17? My people shall be a speckled bird.
Yep.
You know, so you have Israelites all over the place. All right, but specifically, or looking like other nations, but specifically like this brother speaking about in Ezekiel 36 or Ezekiel 37. All right, primarily, dark skinned Jake. So you can understand, so-called African Americans and so-called,
it's correct.
It's correct. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans,
right? Ephraim, Ephraim, Puerto Rican.
Right.
There's some Ephraimites that look darker than the Judites.
Yeah.
All right. But we all dealt with each other like back in the old world.
Yeah.
We all had sex in our tribes.
Yeah.
All right. And lands and everything was crossed over from tribe to tribe, because we only dealt with the nation of Israel. We didn't go outside of the nation of Israel to the Moabites, to the Ammonites, or to Esau or anything like that.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
And that's why we come out looking like the way we look. If that makes sense, if you can understand that. But you got it. Salakia.
This is Ezekiel 37 and 17. It says, and join them one together, or Salakia, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. All right, so it was prophesied that, again, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans would, wake up out of that basically enchantment of, word magic that Esau put you under. All right, because ultimately all these labels, all these titles that Esau gave us, they don't mean shit. They don't mean anything.
It's all to divide.
Right.
It's all to divide and to keep us at odds with one another.
Yep.
Because that's how you can keep a nation down. Is have them infighting with each other.
Yep.
But
divide and conquer. It's a Jedi mind trick. But as the brother read in Isaiah 52 and 1, we're waking up out of that. We woke up and realized, what was really being done. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to Micah chapter 2. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. All right. And the scriptures liken the Lord's people unto a lost sheep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to pull that real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 6. It says, my people have been a lost sheep. All right. And, we've been lost all the way over here to Babylon the Great. All right. Basically, Esau, Edom's, pseudo, kingdom of heaven, that he's trying to establish.
Because with us being lost sheep, we can be amalgamated into what he, deems fit on this side, But but you got it.
Yeah, precept or something?
Nah, I was just.
Let me go back. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. All right, and that's who the scriptures are all about. All right, this scripture right there encapsulates that. All right, this thing is only about the lost sheep of the house of Israel That's why Yahushua said out of his own mouth, all right, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
And the reason why we are lost is because we forgot our power. Like we forgot Yahweh Bashmi Shai and chose to go after different guys, going a different way. But as this is saying, this is talking about bringing the nation back to its proper order.
Yep. I'm gonna finish this out in Jeremiah 50:6. It says, "My people have been a lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten the resting place." As the brother said, basically we got lost through idol worship.
Yeah.
Through especially the Northern Kingdom.
Ooh.
All right, and you go into the history. You had Northern Kingdom that knew that they were Israelites, like the brother Yab Rollins sent that video in the chat today, right? Going into how the Cherokee, all right, these the very prominent tribes known about in secular history, a lot of them knew that they were Israelites, but they were still doing their own thing.
Yeah,
worshiping these various idols. All right, and same thing with Southern Kingdom. Going from mountain to hill. All right, forgotten their resting place. All right, and our resting place is this truth. All right, the understanding of these scriptures. All right, because even though, all right, we catching hell, even though we over here in Babylon the Great, all right, serving out our captivity, there is rest and there is comfort. All right, through the Ruach HaKodesh.
And so like it's only through how about Shai. Could I read? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13. I'm just going to read verse 1. It says, "Surely vain are all men." Surely vain are all men by nature who are ignorant of Yahweh Shemiah Shai and could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is, neither by considering the works that they acknowledge the workmaster. Talking about the 10 tribes that were over here, especially Gad. He would worship the air, the bird, everything else, and not know that how Bashmi are created it all. Okay, just to say, sure you got it.
Con, let me go back. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, "I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. They shall make a great noise by the reason of the multitude of men." All right, and basically that great noise, all right, that's being made here in Babylon the Great is the new song being sung, all right, the gospel being preached. And a matter of fact, let me get this in Wisdom of Solomon 5. All right. And also it speaks about that in Isaiah the 19th chapter 2, where it goes into
1911.
Yeah, if you don't mind grabbing that. This is a Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. And it reads, it says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors." All right, and that's what you see happening. All right, all over America, all over Babylon the Great. All right, you see Israelites, specifically the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, we don't know who's who. All right, we don't know if we're a part of that number, but we know that somebody is. All right, and specifically, we believe that it's, the men of the Lord, or the men of Great Millstone, from the elders and apostles on down. Yeah. All right, they're the ones making that great noise. All right, Proverbs the first chapter goes into that as well. You know, how the Lord would set up men on the highways and byways. All right, highways and hedges. Did you see what I was talking about?
And
Isaiah 19.
Do you know the verse?
Isaiah chapter 19 and verse. Isaiah 19 and verse 19 and 20. Yep.
Oh, shoot. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 19. It says, "In the day, like in that day, shall there be an altar to Yahweh Shemel Shai in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to Yahweh Shemel Shai."
Yep, and the altar and the pillar are components of the temple, and the temple is the tabernacle of the Most High with men. All right, so the Lord through the Holy Spirit through the Ruach HaKodesh has basically set up the temple system, so to speak. All right, in the form of men. All right, and that's why we don't take this thing lightly. We don't when we give when we give double honors to the elders and apostles. You niggas think that we just saying that. Y'all don't really get what's going on. The Lord has set up his priesthood here over here in Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
You know, and it stems all the way back to Yahweh himself. All right, after the order of Melchizedek. You know, you got it.
This is Isaiah 19 and 20. It says, "And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto Yahweh Shemel Shai of hosts."
Mm-hmm.
It says, "In the land of Egypt," it says, "for they shall cry unto Yahweh Shemel Shai because of the oppressor."
Yep, they shall cry. That's that great noise. All right.
Yeah.
That's
well.
Yep, you got it.
You know, it says, "And he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them."
Mm-hmm.
All right, going into Yahweh Shai, because he's going to send Yahweh Shai to bring us out of the hell and torment that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
You want to get that to Baruch 5?
Yeah, we get that.
This is Baruch chapter 5, verse 5. It says, "Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about towards the east, and behold, thy children gather from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of Yahweh Shemel Shai."
Mm-hmm.
It says, "For they departed from thee on foot and were led away of their enemies,
mm-hmm.
but Yahweh Shemel Shai bringeth them unto thee, exalted with glory as children of the kingdom."
Yep. Did you want to speak on it?
God, because Yahweh Shemel Shai, we left Israel, all right, on foot, all right, being put into slave boats, all right, carried over the sea,
mm-hmm.
and led into our captivity, which is Babylon the Great, where we were led to serve out our judgment, okay, and Yahweh Shemel Shai delivered us from the enemy, okay, and brought us back. All right, we didn't come over here on boats or on an airplane, and
well, transatlantic, Deuteronomy 28:68. We did, come over here.
No, I'm talking about going back, because Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to take us back to our land.
Right.
All right, but we're going to get beamed up here.
Right.
And then we're going to get delivered over there.
Right.
And like that process is going to be one that has never been done. Okay, because that beaming up process, we're going to go up into the chariots. We're going to be changed within the twinkling of an eye. All right, and we're going to be placed back in our land. Okay, if I'm saying that properly.
I'm going to read this real quick. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 30. It says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." Verse 31, and you can speak on it. It says, "And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other."
All right, because Yahweh Shai is going to gather up his elect. All right, those ones that stood stiff before him. Okay, and he's going to bless them with glory to even come over here to be delivered.
Yep. You're gonna be part of that first batch.
Yeah, that first fruits.
Yep, those first fruits that get to reign with Yahweh Shai. All right, during that first dominion that the scriptures speak about. The scriptures talk about the restitution of all things.
Yeah, the restitution.
The whole entire planet Earth is gonna have to get cleaned up. All right, and restored.
Well, that process is going to start with the thermonuclear missiles. All right, because fire is a cleansing agent. Okay, and that fire not blown. All right, that fire is going to be a particular fire. All right, it's going to get to the cellular level. Okay.
Yep. It's going. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
Nah, you did.
Kind. Well, Lord's willing, we just wanted to touch on that real quick. Lord's willing, this lesson was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles again that taught us this truth. And shalom to the next lesson.
Shalom.